in life, people make mistakes. People screw up. People just do things that eventually they regret. But in the time, in the heat of the moment, they don't know that. And it's very hard to, honestly know that. And yeah, so in this video, I am basically just gonna be talking about basically what I consider my biggest regret. Now, not many of you knew, not some of you knew me back in I don't know, 2016, maybe 2015, I don't know. But then, if you go to this channel, you may think, wait, this channel was made in 2019. How do people know me from previous years? Well, the answer is simple. I've switched channels many, many times in the past, I don't know, almost 2 years. And that is one of the two biggest regrets I've had. The other one has to do with the other, and I'll get to that later. But why do I regret switching channels? Better question, why did I switch channels to begin with? Now, here's the thing. My first channel was made October 20th, 2014. I was 10 years old, and my content, as you'd expect, wasn't all that good, despite the fact that many of my early videos had no microphone or anything. But later on, in 2015 and 16, I started using the microphone. I mostly used my tablet to record videos, but anyway, some of you may have saw my video from a few days ago, called something about Mixels a New Foe, which is a upcoming thing I'm making with some people. Which, by the way, I mentioned Peyton will be participating in that, and I'm assuming he quit it, but that's not important, because he left the group. But anyway, so with Mixels, some of you may be thinking, what is Mixels? Where did this come from? What happened to Geometry Dash and Just Shapes and Beats? Why are you uploading a video that literally has Mixels in the title? And if you do your research, you'll figure out that Mixels is an old Lego theme. Not old, but here's the thing. My first channel from October 2014 to a little after its 3-year anniversary, a few days after its 3-year anniversary, in 2017, there were many Mixels videos on that channel. And despite I stopped making them about 5 or 6 months, 6 months before I switched channels, I stopped making them before I switched channels, but I got over 2,000 subscribers from Mixels fans alone. And that is something I may never be able to achieve again. Because Mixels is dead. Irrelevant. Mixels is no longer an ongoing thing. Not for Lego, nor Cartoon Network. And, something I did regret in the process was just hating on random Mixels fans because they wanted me to make more Mixels content. And I hated on them, which I am very guilty of, and I've already apologized many times, probably. And, yeah, so one of the things, like I just mentioned, to summarize, the first regret was, not deleting. Well, I did eventually delete my channel, but that was fairly recently, and late 2018. Well, that's not that recent, but anyway, what happened was that I switched channels to a second channel, and yeah, that one I think almost reached 200 subscribers, but it didn't succeed nearly as much as as my first channel, obviously. So, and then eventually, I believe, yeah, December 2018, I switched channels again. This time, I really had no legitimate reason. And that channel was very short-lived. It was probably deleted in, like, March, maybe February, I don't know, somewhere around then. And then this channel, created probably in, I don't even know what month it was, but this channel is my fourth YouTube channel I've ever made, and that's kind of a lot. And the worst part is that I have about 100 times less subscribers than I did, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I have 100 times less subscribers that I had compared to my first channel, which I switched, and I ditched it, and I feel very stupid for doing that. I could just switch back to the channel, right? Let's go back to what I said. I deleted it. When you delete a YouTube channel, there is no recovering it. The only way this happens is if, like, YouTube mistakenly terminates your channel. That's actually really the only reason I can really think of. YouTube, YouTube terminates your channel, and then you contact them, and then you get your channel back. And all your videos and subscribers are there too. But if you delete your channel through your settings, there's no getting it back. I would try contacting YouTube, but that doesn't seem worth it. Like, they're probably just gonna say, sorry, but you deleted it, so yeah. And there's so many good old memories, kind of cringy though, but that's part of it. We kind of learn from these things. So I switched channels so many. I mean, that's not what I was talking about. Well, my first channel, I'm never gonna succeed. I'm never gonna be as successful. I gained subscribers at a fairly rapid rate, and then I gained like 100 subscribers in the last 6 months of me using that channel, because people wanted Mixels. They didn't want my stupid Geometry Dash videos. They wanted Mixels. They wanted what caused me to start making YouTube videos in the first place. And I would just, go back to those old days, be myself, make Mixels videos again, now that I'm back in the community for the past, I don't know, almost a year, about 10 months since then. But, I would just make more Mixels videos, which is probably planned, but, Mixels videos are actually, I didn't realize this, like, any YouTube video could be a lot of work. You can't just, like, my videos were completely unedited back then, because my tablet, when I recorded videos, there was literally, like, any Samsung device, you would notice a pause button when you're recording. I took major advantage of that, and I didn't even have to trim parts out of videos. Which, actually, one time I did record a Mixels video, and my finger must have slipped and I didn't hit the pause button, and I was like doing something, I was mixing the Mixels or something like that. So there we go, so that was 2 minutes of nothing. But anyway, that's not important. So anyway, I've been talking almost for 10 minutes about me regretting switching channels. And you may have heard me say something about another regret. What is this other regret? It's fairly similar. Switching my username. Now, and I don't mean back in, like, I don't know, 2000 whatever it was, 2013 or so, when I started using 2013, like mid-2013, I started using the name Boycat, because my username before that was Fluffycat, and people just assumed I was a girl because it was a bad username. And I mean, that's not the one I'm talking about. But Boycat. Boycat was the one I wish I never changed from. And why, you may wonder? It may not have been that good of a username, but ever since I switched to being Cuban4, after like such a long time of being Boycat, 3 whole years on YouTube, people knew me as Boycat. Nobody cared about Cuban4. And people from the Mixels community even said they don't like, even before I was Cuban4, they were just like, who is, like, I don't like this new Boycat, because this is when I was friends with Ghostly Miner, who's now known as Rubes Gaming. But if any of you know him, he was a terrible influence on me, and I wish I never became friends with him, but there wasn't much avoiding it. So anyway, so that kind of changed me. My content became more explicit and everything. And anyway, that's not what I meant to talk about. I kind of got sidetracked, but with the name changing, that was my first name change in over 3 years. And now I go by Solari, which is the 6th username change I've done in the past 2 years. Because I went from Boycat Official to Cuban4 to Electrodasher, back to Cuban4 to White Star, and then to Solari. There were times in between where I used things like my actual name. Well, then there was also a time where I went by Michael K, but like Michael's my middle name, and for a while I went by my middle name instead of my first name, which is Tarek. But that's not important. There's a long story behind that I don't need to get into. So, yeah. I mean, I was in the Series channel in my Discord server, which I know I'm not supposed to be saying what's said in there, but because that is a rule, but this is an exception because I'm the one who said it. I just miss the old days. I miss the good old Mixels days. I miss making the Mixels content. I miss all of it. I miss the weekly Friday stream, which wasn't actually Mixels related, but that and only lasted a few months. But I miss everything that I had. I miss my 2,000 subscriber fan base. I miss just about everything that I had on that channel. There were good times. There were bad memories. Mostly good memories, but there were a few bad ones. And then I just abandoned all of it. And there's nothing I can do about it. So, yeah. I don't really care what you guys would think about this, but I am thinking in the future I will remake my Mixels collection because I don't have all 81 anymore. I think I have about 50 of them. I'm not entirely sure though, but once I start getting money, maybe I'll ask for a few for Christmas. Once I start getting money though, I will be probably collecting Mixels because I don't have all of them anymore. In fact, I have none of Series 2 because I gave it to one of my friends, but for the new foe, there will be all Mixels, because speaking of that friend, he's letting me use his Mixels. And not just Mixels, though. In the future, it's not just going to be Mixels content. I do plan on collecting, like, actual Lego sets. I mean, Mixels has been discontinued for, like, 2 years now, almost. No, 3 years, almost 3 years. Because October 1st, 2016 was the official release date for Series 9, which was the official last Mixels series to be released. Ironically, with 9 characters, because all of them had 9 characters, but yeah. So, I guess this is also kind of a channel update, not just a rant, but I didn't start talking about the channel like this, like what I'm going to be doing now. But basically, to summarize, I miss my old channel, and I can't get it back. There's nothing I can do about it. At least I don't think there is anything I can do about it. The chances are very low, but why even bother contacting YouTube support when they're probably just gonna be like, sorry, you were the one who deleted it. So, Yeah. If you were staying here and listening to this whole video, um, that's that that I don't know what to say about that, but that's really great. And I don't mean any of this sarcastically. That makes me happy. That shows that whoever's watching this watched the whole video, the whole 15 minutes I've been talking, unscripted. It shows you care. And, well, yeah, that's what I want from a fan base or whatever you want to call it, a community. Or, yeah, I don't even know what to call it, but people cared about my content. And I took that for granted. So, I guess expect Mixels and Lego content in the future. This does not mean no more Geometry Dash videos. This does not mean that. I am still going to be playing GD for, I don't know. I don't know how long I'll be playing the game, but we'll have to see. Probably sometime in the future I will eventually stop playing it because I'll probably get too busy in life. And then, yeah. So expect that. And if any of you are actually from like 2014 through 2017, like thanks for sticking with me for so long. Like I don't probably have a lot of fans like that. I can probably think of a very few off the top of my head, but not many of them. But yeah. So I've been talking for about 17 minutes. I forgot to put my glasses on so I couldn't read the text. I'm recording with Audacity, but yeah, I've been talking for about 17 minutes. Like I've been saying for a few minutes, probably a couple minutes at this point. Thank you for watching. And if you really do not want to see Mixels content, I don't want to hear your complaining. If you really want to complain about it, unsubscribe. That's all I tell you to do. But if you are looking forward to the Mixels content, please consider subscribing. I'm not expecting them to come out soon, because I'm not expecting them to come out frequently either, because I'm actually going to spend legitimate time into these. I'm going to add background music, I'm going to add scripts, and I know I said thanks for watching as a conclusion, but I'm going to script these videos. I'm going to do so much with them that I didn't do in 2015. I'm not going to record and just boom, it's on YouTube. I'm going to edit. Edit anything that's necessary. I am going to add background music. I'm going to do, I don't know, whatever other necessary stuff there is. But yeah, like I've said, thanks for watching. Subscribe. If you don't care about this stuff, unsubscribe. I don't really give a crap. Comment your opinions on this. And yeah, that's all. Thank you.